Amen. No. So I live in good old-fashioned Long Island suburbia. And I don't know what poisoned the tap water this time and possessed hordes of little boys to simultaneously partake in military shaves and/or mullets. I feel like I woke up one day and every middle schooler looks like he exclusively drinks Bud Light and hawk tunes his chewing tobacco. My brother has become one of these children. He recently opted for the military shave because apparently the drafting age is now 13. So when I saw him last weekend, the first thing I did was rub his head like a crystal ball. It was very soothing. But an important thing to know about my brother is that he's a natural blonde, so he's officially in his Eminem era. But don't be confused, he is not the real Slim Shady, so please don't put him on blast on MTV, and whatever you do, do not sit him there next to Britney Spears, and for the love of God, do not sing the chorus as loud as it goes. Okay, thank you. But just having a younger brother is such a bizarre experience, because you can't let him know you think he's funny, because that defeats the point of keeping him #humble. But the farther he slips into internet culture, the harder it is to not let him know that I unfortunately understand each and every single one of his references. Like, honestly, the one common ground we can stand on is confusing the hell out of our parents, but I fear they're catching on. Yeah, one especially contagious Gen Alpha bug that my parents have caught onto is brain rotting, and they're getting very good. We went to Alaska this past summer and did a whale watching excursion, and we happened to see a whale breach, which, if you don't know, is when a whale jumps out of the water and slams back down about as gracefully as anyone on the Florida men's basketball team attempting to dunk. You know, this beautiful, awe-inspiring, once-in-a-lifetime act of nature. So when we get back on land, my dad turns to my brother and he goes, "Was that breach Sigma or what?" Yeah, and honestly it was. It's pretty Sigma. What I didn't expect, though, is that they would start to out-brain rot me. Didn't think that was possible. But I came home a few months ago, and the first words out of their mouths were, "Hi, Donut. How was your train ride, Donut?" Like, it's not, I know what you're thinking, oh, that's not brain rot, that's just exceptionally random. Quirky, even. But then it all hit me. Because every time that I come home, and my parents are a little more accommodating to me, my brother claims that, "Bro, you're glazing her." So they co-opted the glazing terminology, creating their own inside level of donut brain rot. Genius. The wave of emotions I experienced that first time went as follows. Number one, confusion. I was not in on the joke. Number two, offense. Because before I figured out the context, I don't know, donut didn't quite sit right with me. I don't know, of all the baked goods. But then finally, number three, pride. I think with a little more exposure therapy, they'll understand the entire plot of Skibbity Toilet. No, but having siblings in a different generation for me was also really strange. Like, my sister's 10 years younger than me, and it only recently hit me that my mom found out she was pregnant with her in Colonial Williamsburg, March 2016. So when she found out, the villagers strapped her to the back of a horse and sent her off into the Virginia sunset. She was past the prime birthing age of 17. No, I kid. It was the back of a mule. No, but what actually happened was she kept throwing up the Airbnb we were staying at. And at first we blamed it on the rancid smell coming from the garbage disposal. But then she started craving Doritos and pickles to cure the nausea. So it was at that point that my dad took my brother and I to Ye Olde Walmart to buy what I can only assume were pregnancy tests. And I say assume because I have a distinct memory of us at the cashier and my dad telling me, "Stand over there with your brother and face the wall while I pay." Ominous, I know. But of course I did it. Because what do I look like to you guys? A troublemaker? A misbehavior? Never. Yeah, but another side effect of having a significantly younger sibling is that I've been mistaken as her mother several times. And the first time this happened was a few years ago. We were on a super crowded ferry and the two of us got separated from the rest of our family. So, you know, I'm just sitting there with her, entertaining her the whole time. And we dock, and the woman across from us turns to me and goes, "You know, you were taking such good care of her. I thought she was your baby." But then I thought that would be ridiculous. But you never know. Ma'am, I am 13 and look 10. What do we think is going on here? And if the tragic situation you just played out in your head was for some reason real, why would I be vacationing to Fire Island under these circumstances? On that dark note, here's a more lighthearted ending. Gen Alpha, more like Gen Sigma.
Yeah.
My dad would really like that one.